to reflect on its sacrifice and significance. Ogun State government deploys experts to trace the source of toxic fumes at Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School Ijebu Ode. Nigeria Police Force supports families of fallen heroes as part of activities marking National Police Day. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 7 on Nta Ijebu Ode. I am Ifeoluwa Ashao. And here are the details of our bulletin. Christians around the world are observing Good Friday, a solemn day that stands as a timeless symbol of sacrifice, justice, divine love, and reflection. Religious leader on Good Morning Nigeria urged Christians not only to remember the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, but live its meaning in love, truth, and service to humanity. Lydia Sampson reports.
The cross, once a symbol of pain, became the emblem of victory through Jesus Christ, who, as recorded in John 3:16, gave his life to reconcile humanity with God. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria emphasized that beyond the ritual, Good Friday calls for resilience, justice, and truth. They want the day to serve as a reminder to prioritize forgiveness, standing for the vulnerable, seeking equity, and rejection of all forms of discrimination.
Why it's so important that Christ died and we celebrated it today is that we are talking about, despite suffering, there will be a time of triumph. And we are expected that after the Good Friday, then comes the Easter hope and the Easter triumph. And so whatever experience we are passing through, there is hope.
God's intention is being actualized there. When your intention and desires are actualized, you're good, definitely. So God is happy, God is good on a day like this because his desire is being accomplished.
Since Jesus' humility in washing his disciples' feet reveals that leadership is service, not status. True faith, the panel of religious scholars noted, is not about being in church, but about living Jesus Christ's message of forgiveness, compassion, and patience in relationships and dealings with others irrespective of differences.
I want to tell all Nigerians that the purpose of his death must not be taken out of our mind in this day. We must reflect what is happening. Coming out to the aspect of leadership. You see, I'm still going back. There are so many issues these days going wrong in the leadership, both the political, the religious, and all the whiles.
Whatever Good Friday that you are going through in your life, it may be someone has betrayed you with a kiss, just like Judas was betrayed. It may be some challenges that you are facing. There is certainly going to be a Good Friday.
The solemn day, they reiterate, must be celebrated with self-examination, letting go of greed, selfishness, and pride, and to embrace the love that unites all humanity. As the world mourns the cross today, the guests want Christians to remember that after Good Friday, there is resurrection, translating to hope, renewed faith, and everlasting victory. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, MTA News.
Meanwhile, Good Friday is a significant day in the Christian calendar. It commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It is a day of mourning, reflection, and fasting worldwide. In Nigeria, many Christians attend church services, pray and reflect on their faith. Omenka Amarachukwu in this report looks at forgiveness, one of the key virtues of Good Friday.
Sacrificial love, reconciliation, and especially forgiveness are key virtues of Good Friday. Jesus Christ demonstrated this by sacrificing his life on the cross of Calvary, redeeming mankind from sin and reconcile them with the Creator. Clergymen want the faithful to learn from this.
There is no sin any human can sin against us that is anywhere close to the weight of our sin against the Lord, yet he forgave us.
and then now give us the command to forgive. The magnitude of forgiveness is very key, that even our service will not be acceptable if we do not forgive one another.
If you don't forgive, you will not even find peace of mind, and there will be no progress in you.
Beyond the spiritual benefits, forgiveness is seen as a way to heal, foster peaceful coexistence, and unite people.
If Jesus can forgive us as a sinner, despite that we were condemned, but he overlooked all our sin, all that we have done. He bore our sin on the cross of Calvary, and he gave us life.
Forgiveness has no time limit, has no time frame. It's for you to be able to actually express it. You must first of all understand that you must have it inside of us, that before offense, I should be able to forgive. And
The clergymen are passionate about forgiveness. Their standpoint is that Jesus forgave and prayed for those who crucified him. The faithful should embrace forgiveness to build a better nation. Uja Omega continues.
In the same vein, Christians in Ibadan, your state capital, joined their counterparts around the world to observe Good Friday, a sacred day commemorating the crucifixion and death of Jesus Christ. Khadijat Aliyu reports that the solemn observance was marked with prayers, fasting and reflection on his sacrifice for the redemption of mankind.
Clergymen at various churches reminded worshippers of the suffering and sacrifice of Jesus Christ on the cross, urging them to imbibe the virtues of love, humility, and forgiveness in their daily lives.
The need for us to offer our lives completely to God. The consciousness of the fact that the work of salvation has been accomplished when he said it is finished.
Love your neighbor as yourself. So we should emulate him by loving our neighbor. You see, if we are doing this, there will be peace and harmony.
The services also featured Bible reading, hymns, drama, and the symbolic observance of the Stations of the Cross, which depicts the final hours of Christ's life. Faithful also described the day as a moment for spiritual reflection and personal renewal.
Give us, the Christian, the grace to be steadfast in him and to remain in him.
The observance of Good Friday remains a significant event in the Christian calendar as believers reflect on the sacrifice of Jesus Christ and the message of redemption it represents. In Ibadan, Khadijat Aliyu, NTA News.
As Christians in Nigeria join their counterparts across the world to celebrate Easter, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi wants them to always remember those in need by extending compassion and support to them whenever possible. Rejoicing with the Christian faithful in a message captioned "The Blessed Hope in Christ's Resurrection," the First Lady says Easter is a reminder of the enduring power of love and the selfless sacrifice of Jesus Christ and the hope his resurrection brings to humanity. She prays that the spirit of the celebration inspires Nigerians to love one another, uplift the vulnerable, make sacrifices when necessary, and work together to build a peaceful and prosperous nation. Now to some political stories. The Governing All Progressive Congress says it has a better understanding of how internal democracy works and will not by actions or inactions interfere with the operations of opposition political parties under a free and democratic system. The National Secretary Senator Ajibola Bashiru and National Publicity Secretary of the party Felix Moka says this during a joint media briefing on avalanche of allegations by the African Democratic Congress against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the nation's electoral body INEC. Political correspondents are Abubakar and Panga report.
This is the first major briefing by the governing party, the All Progressives Congress APC, since the blame game in the internal crisis that rocked the David Mark-led factional opposition African Democratic Congress ADC. And the reasons for the reactions are conspicuous. First, to clear the name of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over allegation of weakening the nation's democracy, and secondly, to ask ADC to submit to court orders and stop being deviant of the law.
Nigerians must know that the present predicament of David Mark and his ilk has to do with untidy way they hijacked the leadership of an existing political party without carrying along all stakeholders resulting in court litigation before the Federal High Court, and the adverse judgment of the Court of Appeal, upon which the INEC predicated its decision not to recognize any of the two contending parties for the leadership of the African Democratic Congress, pending determination of the pending suit at the Federal High Court. It is not President Bola Tinubu that went to court, or that also went to Court of Appeal. It was David Mark, and his appeal was dismissed. So to now lay your failure at the court, at the doorstep of the president, show that you are either a liar or something is obviously wrong with you in terms of mental articulation.
August 12, 2025, again, which was the date that David Mark claims that the resignation by Balagombe was transmitted to INEC. Think about that. According to David Mark, this individual resigned on May 17th. That information was not communicated to INEC until August 12th. A period of 3 months delay. He didn't explain why that resignation was not in fact transmitted to INEC within reasonable time, as is expected in the operation of any political party.
They say as long as political parties violate constitutional processes, internal democracy will be undermined and opposition will suffer over self-afflicted injuries, describing President Bola Tinubu as a true Democrat who played opposition politics with dignity, maturity, and respect for constituted authorities. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
Ahead of the 2027 general elections, the national leadership of Labour Party has announced dates for the conduct of World, local government state congresses and national convention. A memo officially addressed to INEC for monitoring indicates that the World Congress slated for 23rd of April will now hold at World Secretariats of the party nationwide, while the local government and state congresses will hold 24th and 25th April respectively. The national convention of the party will be held on the 28th of April at the International Conference Center in Umaya, Abia State. The statement by the caretaker national chairman, Senator Menadi Usman, and the secretary, Senator Darlington Ukosha, urges INEC to note and comply in line with the provisions of the Electoral Act as amended. Similarly, the African Democratic Congress ADC says it proceeds with scheduled congresses nationwide, despite recent actions of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). LDC states that it had duly notified INEC of its planned activities through official correspondence dated 27 February 2026 and 28 March 2026. The party reaffirms its commitment to due process and internal democracy, emphasizing that all arrangements for the congresses remain in place. ADC calls all party members, stakeholders, and aspirants across the country to remain calm, law-abiding, and fully participate in the process as scheduled. This is the news text at 7 on Nta Ijebu Ode. The news will continue after this break. Please stay with us.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Nigeria Television Authority, Nta Ijebu Ode Heritage Station, a station that updates you on latest information, news, people day-to-day activities. We promote Nigeria culture. We bring to you educative program and talk shows for young and old. We give you latest updates from the world of sports. We also bring to you updates from the entertainment world. We are the best among the rest. We are available on StarTimes Channel 103 and UHF 63.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
It was a moment of grief and honor as the Nigerian police force as part of activities marking the National Police Day honored its heroes, men and women who never returned home. Francis Farm reports that checks were presented to next of kin of the deceased personnel to report.
Emotions run high as names of next of kin were called one after another. Grieving families step forward, some in tears, others in quiet strength, to receive support in honor of their loved ones' sacrifice. Checks totaling about 184 million naira were presented not as compensation for loss, but as a symbol of remembrance, gratitude, and a promise that their loved ones' sacrifice will never be forgotten. Representing the Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Disu, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of Finance and Administration, Mohammed Abdullahi, led the exercise, conveying a message of compassion and commitment.
These were not ordinary men. They were officers of the Nigerian Police Force who stood in the face of danger, who confronted violence, who placed themselves between chaos and safety of innocent Nigerians. They did not retreat. They did not abandon their duty. They stood their ground so that others may live.
For the families, the pain remains fresh. Many spoke through tears of loved ones who served with pride but paid the ultimate price.
In this difficult moment of grief, your compassion, help, and support have brought forth comfort to your hearts.
Police leadership reaffirmed its commitment to officers' welfare, stressing that no one wears the uniform will be abandoned in service or in sacrifice. For the serving officers, it was a sobering reminder. Behind every badge lies a risk, and behind every loss, a family left to mourn. Francis from NTA News.
The Ogun State Police Command has recorded major success in its operation No Traffic Gridlock in the four local government area following directives from CP Bode Odajuni to ensure free flow of traffic and maintain public order. Officers focused on strategic locations including Abeokuta and Old Bank axis along the Abeokuta-Lagos Expressway, where persistent traffic congestions had been reported. The enforcement targeted illegal display of goods by traders and erection of makeshift structures, obstructing movement and contravening environmental regulations. In a statement by the Police Public Relations Officer SP Oluseyi Babasheyi, several obstructions including planks, shuttings and wells were dismantled and evacuated. 15 individuals who defied lawful directives were arrested and will be charged to court upon completion of investigation. The Commissioner of Police CP Bode Odajuni commended the officers for their professionalism and reaffirmed the command's commitment to strict enforcement of traffic and environmental laws. He warned that any more obstructing public roads will be dealt with in accordance with the law and urged traders and transport operators to comply with regulation in the interest of public safety. Ogun State government has taken proactive steps to determine the source of the offensive odor that hospitalized over 30 students and 2 teachers of Our Lady of Apostle Secondary School Junior a few days ago. Anthony Gandune reports that Ogun State government has deployed experts from Ogun State Environmental Protection Agency to find the root cause and prevent further danger. The report.
The Ogun State government team, led by the Commissioner for Environment, Ola Ore, alongside the General Manager of Ogun State Environmental Protection Agency, OGEPA, and Ijebu Ode Local Government Executive Chairman, Honorable Dari Alibioshu, shortly after visiting Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School, Ijebu Ode, where the incident occurred, moved to comb the nearby homes and surroundings to identify the source of the odor. Leader of the team, Mr. Olaore, described the incident as domestic accident and gave updates on the situation.
Tracing the source, yes, we are using digital air analyzers. We use one on Wednesday. Right now we have multiple that we have deployed around the town to really get down to the root of this matter. We even have to bring more sophisticated analyzers to get to the root of this and bring in more professionals to join our team of experts from OGEPA. And because this thing is a periodic release, it's not a continuous thing, so we are also going to install rigid analyzers all around the town, all right, so that we will know and that we can get triggers when these things are happening, and that it will aid our investigation to trace the source.
Other team members assured residents of Ijebu Ode and environs of government's commitment to ensure their safety.
My
words to the people is they should stay calm and on top of things. And it's not, like he said, it's not an attack, not a terrorist. But I think this is just an accidental game.
You should give us like 48 hours. We'll give you guys the report back. That's all we can say for now. Exactly, we don't know exactly what is going on until 48 hours after our report.
They appealed for public cooperation to unravel the source by reporting any suspicious activities for prompt action. In Ijebu Ode, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
And that completes our news text for tonight on Nta Ijebu Ode. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.